Mother Nigeria, your beautiful lands and luscious hills.
Oh, how blessed be our hands as you bring us each day these daily bills. Great Mother Nigeria.
Nah. You know what? We want our ode to Nigeria to be a true representation of what Nigeria truly is today. So do permit us to start all over again, please.
Mother, the land flowing with milk and honey, a people who seem lacking in health and money, a strange land with leaking borders, a hapless people in great disorder.
How is it that abundant rain falls and yet the plants wither? Extensive sun shines and yet the child shivers. An oddity indeed, but not here in Nigeria.
To come alive again, where do we begin? Can we all drink the milk and eat the honey? Can our fields still bloom, our children look lovely? Yes, but first, we need to dare to dream.
Yes, indeed, because all creation and all intention, every reformation and even regeneration began in the mind and the imagination when someone somewhere dared to dream.
And on that somber note, we bid you welcome to the October 1st Poetry Fest right here on Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Titilayo Oyinson.
And my name is Mazina Appeal. And do remember, stream the show live, tvcentertainment.tv and on Facebook. And of course, to follow us on all social media platforms at TVC Connect.
Our app is available for Android and iOS. We would love to see your comments on our social media platforms, all at TVC Connect.
Do stay tuned. We'll be back to tell you exactly what we have in store for you come today.
When it comes to amazing things on the show, every single week, every single morning, we are here with you. First on the show today, we have a poet, Fido.
Hi, good morning. My name is Fido, and I'm here to render a poem titled The New Nigeria. Thank you very much as you listen. Have you ever thought, have you ever thought that Nigeria, like out of all the countries that I would be given birth in Nigeria, even if I had to be born in Africa, I could have come from Seychelles or South Africa, but now it had to be Nigeria. And over the years, some of us have had this conversation in our head. Men and women of black soil, kings of toil and sweat, sons and daughters of a land flowing with milk and honey, yet we are famished and hungry. For as long as we can remember, we have danced with no rhythm and dined with our eyes closed, given no options, yet we are asked to choose. So many times we're falling. But this is the time we hit the refresh button because our mumu don't do. So we will rise stronger. We rise from our weakness, throwing away our weakness to see ourselves the way God sees us. Yes, I'm Nigerian. But I'm the very image of divinity, wrapped in the majestic elegance of the Trinity, made out of words that were breathed from the nostrils of the Creator himself. So why treat me like a pauper when I am a God? See, I was made in heaven, assembled in Nigeria, assembled from the Sahel Savannah of the north, the thick rainforest of the east, and the rocky hills from the west, constantly refreshed by the ever-flowing river of Niger and Benue. I am Nigerian. And see, for so long, we've choked on dishes that were made to address our social, economical, mental, political, and spiritual issues, yet no results. And we are tired. We are tired, but yet we work harder just to have the Nigerian dream of traveling to Canada, but still then deny us visa. We are tired, but we won't sleep. Because we are survivors in this ship, and despite the roaring wind, we've held tightly to our Creator. Against the wrong of the land, we fought hand in hand, defending our unity, honor, and glory, because this glory is our right. Brothers and sisters, there's no time to be weary. Neither is there time to dwell under the shadow of fragility, but arise, O compatriots. The Nigeria we want deserves us, O patriots. Patriots who are ready to change Nigeria and the world in their own way. Nigerians who will mark the footprints on the sands of time in several sectors. From sports to music, tech space, even movie actors. Common men and women who through consistency and stability will fight to sit and serve at the table every day. Everyday people who will choose to write their stories and become legends. And just like Common said, see, now is time for us to right the wrongs in the history, because no one can win this war individually. So together, with faith, can we re-engineer a new Nigeria? And no doubt, one day, this house of ordinary people will beam with smiles when our children and grandchildren will return home with stories of how we made the giants of Africa bigger than our siblings. So by God, through us, can we and shall we re-engineer a new Nigeria? Thank you.
That was deep, man.
Happy Independence Day, Nigeria!
Welcome, everybody.